but he was able to do a download. I know. So interesting, great information. There wasn't. Good morning, guys, and welcome to another episode of, I don't know, stuff. Close the door. Morning, guys, welcome to another episode. Whoa, she's slippery. Look, it's it's like 1 degree or -1. It's like just freezing, so not ideal temperatures. But taking Duke to work, and we're going to see if we can do a download today and yeah, see how many hours that old engine had, see what that check engine light was. You know, I got to thinking, and I can't remember if I said it in the last video, what if I plugged the transmission temperature sender into the wrong plug? Now, I think it was the right plug, but I didn't label them. So note to self, when you're pulling an engine out, label wires when you pull them apart. That's my good advice, because 6 months down the road, you might forget. At least if you're me, you'll forget. You know, I got to get another cup holder with Duke, because I got these household air fresheners. I like it, because it's like fresh linen, clean scent. But Peterbilt, you can get the cup holders down here, and this cup holder doesn't fit my Turvis. But, you know, first world problems, but when you're driving a truck, coffee is very, very, very important. So let's hit the key, if you can see it, and see if the check engine light's still on, or maybe it just went away. Oh, there we go. Look, no light. Maybe we'll get lucky. Probably not. Where's the light switch? There we go. You know, guys, the one thing I've noticed about Duke, he needs more lights. It's too dark back here, so we're definitely going to have to get more lights on Duke one of these days. Tucker off at school, and it's a bit foggy and mucky, and my washer squirter isn't squirting. I'm pretty sure it squirted in the past, so we'll get to work, and then I'll look at it there at lunch, or I'll just look at it. So anyways, so far Duke's running good, and you know, I'm betting that I hooked that transmission temp wire up wrong, because if you look, this tranny temp gauge is right at the bottom, whereas even the diff gauges have come up a little bit. So being that it's right at the bottom without even a little bit, I think I might have plugged it into the wrong wire, which might be why the check engine light came on, but there's no check engine light now. That's a load light wire, load light, indicator light. Load light, indicator light, because I put red bulbs on the back of the sleeper because it looks cool, and I turned it on because it's foggy, and it's good to have more light behind you than not when it's foggy. So anyways, let's carry on. Well, no check engine lights, we made it to work. But if you look at the diff temp, you can see that it's almost at 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and the Tranny temp is still way down. And the Tranny temp should actually be higher than the diff temp, so I think I just plugged it into the wrong wire. So I'm gonna unplug that today, and also gonna take a look at my washer tank, because it ain't squirting. So maybe it's a loose wire, or maybe I need a new pump. Probably need a new pump because they tend to fail from sitting. And yeah, get a new squirrel cage spinny thing, and she'll be like brand new. No, not really, but it'll be better. Oh, Duke's all dirty. Oh, yuck. Whew, slippery. Doing good though. Oh dear. Oh, look at my wheels. Ah yes, this is why we can't have too nice of things in Prince George in the winter, because it's mud season. Well, actually, we're in the January, warms right up, and you think, oh, winter's over, and then nope, February comes and boom, hits you right in the side of the face. So but it's supposed to be like this. Oh, jeepers. It's supposed to be like this all week, so I don't think I'll bring Duke tomorrow, because when we were coming up the hill in the new neighborhood, because the school bus was going slow, Duke was spinning. I slowed down so I could get her running. Tell you, could have been bad, but it wasn't. Good thing I had my chains on. So the beauty of working at a Peterbilt dealership, I picked up a new pump and it just goes right there. So I'm just gonna quickly change it. Famous last words, right? I'll just quickly change it, he says. See if I can set this on the tire without it falling on the ground. It's fine. So it's just got a zap strap on it. Oops. And it's sitting in a little holder. So now I'm assuming it's the pump. I mean, let's face it, it's usually the pump. So if I swap, that's probably gonna leak. Oh yeah. Whoop. So we need to get the other one off first, which might be a bit of a challenge. Okay, let's do this differently, Mike. Put this one back on so it doesn't leak all over the ground. Set that over there, and I'm going to use my side cutters to just gently, there we go, gently pry it up, man. There we go. That's on the new pump. This one off the old pump. Drop it on the ground. I'll pick that up in a minute. Okay. Now we can plug her in. And since I came prepared, got a new zap strap. snip. There, now I'll pick up my garbage and put it in the garbage because I don't want to be that guy. So if you ever do work in a dealership parking lot, pick up your garbage. Don't be that guy. I know you guys wouldn't because my followers are awesome. So anyways, let's go see if it works. Okay, I'll turn the key on. Oh yeah, and oh yeah, look at that. Now we're in business. Look at the coverage too. You can tell someone set this thing up for the north. There's lots of squirt going on there. Because you know what? Sometimes from the factory, there's not a lot of squirt. See? Look at that. Beautiful. And that's, you know, if you do have a new Pete and you're not happy with the way the washer squirts, we actually sell, and actually this, you can kind of see it through the window, the different washer squirter, and you can clamp them on. This has been tie strapped. I'm gonna switch it to black tie straps because, you know, even though the truck's white, it'll look better black. And yeah, you put the new squirters on and it works a lot better. So, because the factory ones, they're, it's nothing worse than the top half of your windshield not getting sprayed. And check this out. I picked up a new blower swirl cage, blower fan. And if you notice, it's actually weighted. So right there, I'm gonna point with my nose because right there, it's got little weights to keep it balanced. So I'm gonna be very careful with this so that I don't bump it or knock it, because that's what the problem with the one in here is. It's got a crack and it's out of balance. So when it spins around, it goes boom. And I won't do that again. But yeah, so anyways, I'll pop the dash open maybe at home. It's good enough for now. Of course, it's not working. I might fix it here if I have the tools. Because the connections were, well, let's just say they were a little loose. And I just put the glove box in, so. Anyways, we'll see. Maybe I'll see if I've got some torque spits and a little hex bit, and then I'll just do it here, because you know what better thing to do on your lunch break than fix your trucks? Because, oh, and I need an Allen wrench too. Although I could pull the glove box out and get the, anyways, we'll see what we can do. So, and let's go outside for this. Something that bugs me too is a regular plug was put on here because this one got buggered. Well, through Peterbilt, you can buy the right plug that'll just fit right in, and it's got a little button on it. So when you stick it in, it just clips in. So I bought this. I can't remember how much it was, but at least that way, it's not hokey like that. So, you know, because if you got it, I want it to be working the way God intended it to be working. So, or at least the Peterbilt engineers. Now, remember we had a check engine light, and I had plugged in my, I'll just sneak in here by the engine and try not to touch anything. Here is my transmission sending unit wire. You can see it. Now I had it plugged in up on the top, but if you look down here, I'm pretty sure this is it. And if I could read this, which I can't because it's dirty. What do you want to bet that's the sending unit? So I'm gonna see if I got enough to just snake this in here without touching anything really dirty. I'll set you guys up there. I don't know if you can see anything, but of course I'm wearing a light gray hoodie today, so which is perfect for working on trucks. But Andrew won't mind. Yes, she will. So I'm gonna plug this in. So we're gonna give that a whirl for the drive home. And look, I'm not even that dirty. So yeah, now what else? I did that. Oh, still need to do the download, so I'll talk to Craig and see if he's got a minute to help a guy out. But yeah, it's slippery out. I know it looks just like snow, but it's icy. So guy's got some tools in his desk, because you know I'm a salesman. I put license plates on. I have a crescent wrench. So I pulled my glove box out, and I'm gonna see if I can change this blower motor in the parking lot, because why not, right? My I do have a socket set at work, and lo and behold, it goes down to it actually goes down to a quarter half-inch drive, and the heater motor is held in with 5/16 bolts, machine screws if you will. So I'm gonna whip it out and just change it, because we need heat, although it's not that cold out, so yeah, that's good. I don't know if you guys will be able to see inside here, but let's give it a go. Doing it by feel. So yeah, these screws are just tiny little fellas. I put the other one right in the back. The second one, unplug it. This is the wire that was loose. So let's pull her out. Just like that. And you can kind of see there's a crack. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a crack there. Now I got to try and get this this set screw out. There's a little hole right right there, and there's a set screw. Now I don't have the right Allen wrench, but I got these, and I believe this one is the right size. So I'm gonna see if I can undo it using a crescent wrench, because I'm in a parking lot. And I could go ask for Allen wrenches, but I don't like asking mechanics to borrow their tools, because they make a living with it. So I just soon do it myself. Did it work? No. Oh yeah, we got it. We got this. So now I'll pull my little thingy out, and this should slide right off. Huh. Yeah, and if you look, you can see it's the squirrel motor blower fan. It's cracked right there. So that's why, you know, it's just some days things work out right. Granted, it's a little dusty. Now this one, we want to be extra careful, because it's the new one. This is gonna be so good, guys. It's gonna be quieter anyways. That's why it's handy to have some tools. I actually did bring tools with me. I just didn't bring Allen wrenches, but turns out I had some. And a good toolkit. It's funny because this wrench and that, it's actually TRP tools back, because TRP was actually selling tools for a while. So I bought a set, and handy, because it goes right down to a 1/4 inch, which, you know what, I didn't think I would have, but apparently I do. Crescent wrench, not the best tool for this, but it works. A little bit of a weeble wobble. Yeah, we'll try it. It's been balanced, so, because it's got, remember, it's got these little weights. Who knew? I didn't know, but now I do know. So we're just gonna get it in here as gingerly as we can, so as to not jerk anything. Famous, you know, yeah. Oh. I almost dropped it. Don't want to throw it out of balance is what I'm saying. So I need a light. Can't see what I'm doing. Where's the spot? Oh, there's a spot. Right there. Okay. There. All right, let's try it. Position 1. We got air. It's quieter. Position 2, 3, and 4. It's not super quiet, but almost sounds like something else is rattling a bit, but I'll take it. I'll take it over what we had any day, so. Okay guys, I got it. Greg, one of our lead hands, was able to do a download for me. Wasn't able to change the setting to turn my fan coming on with the Jake off because ESA, I don't know what ESA is, computer wouldn't connect to my truck. So there could be something wrong with my J1939 connection. But he was able to do a download. I know. So interesting, great information. There wasn't as many hours on that previous engine as I thought. It had 17,380 hours, which really 17,000 hours isn't enough. A motor shouldn't go kapoo-poo for 17,000 hours, but this is where it gets interesting. I know, I was surprised too. Driving time was only 5,000 hours. So that truck is only driven for 5,000 hours. And if you're, well, I mean, most trucks get driven for more than that. So the idle time alone was 12,318 hours. So it idled for 12,000 hours. That's crazy, just crazy. Max vehicle speed was 89 miles an hour. That's getting up there. Oh, here we go. Max engine speed was 2,982 RPM. That's too fast. Might have been the same time when he was doing 89 miles an hour. Odometer, 226,000 miles. Actually, it's 226,549 miles on the truck. I know, it's like nothing. Excuse me. It's a KCB 36120, 430 horsepower, 1650 torque with 17,112 hours. What else is interesting here? 430 horsepower, blah, 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 17,000 hours. Oh, here we go. This is a fun page because it shows you how many hours, minutes, well, I guess it's hours, it's ran at a certain speed. Excuse me. I was eating some nuts. Trail mix from Costco, actually. And it's stuck in my throat. It's stuck in my throat. It'd be a bugger if I needed someone to come in here and give me mouth to mouth. Because you know what? I've seen our first date attendants, and they are not good looking. Okay, another drink. Okay, so this is RPM. So this is 10 to 1400. You know, and this is total time in hours. I'm looking for something impressive here. You know, real impressive. I wonder what the fast idle was. Well, because it's kind of, you know, from 0 to Time versus engine speed. So, oh my gosh, what the heck is he texting me? So time spent at 0 to 4. You know, and this doesn't make sense to me. Well, mind you, I guess it's all over the map because you've got, I mean, tell me if it makes sense to you guys. Feel free to pause your TV. Okay, so this is total time versus engine speed and vehicle speeds. There's a lot of information. And you know what? It's I don't see anything really impressive. I mean, we got 1,400, but is that 1,400 hours or 1,400 miles? I think that's 1,400 hours at, I don't know. RPM. Okay. So I guess the kicker is I need to like stack the deck. I think it's because it goes in a graph this way and it's not all there. Maybe? Yeah, probably, because this is when it's moving. But it didn't move that much. It idled. I know, it idled. It sat for days. You know, guys told me that these Schlumberger trucks, lots of times, they would idle for like weeks until they ran out of fuel. And then they fill them with fuel and start them again. So it's kind of no wonder. You know what I mean? That it, yeah. Had a bad hole, needed rebuilding after 10,000 hours. Because a dead idle is not good for anything. Although I still have the original injectors, probably why it smokes a little bit on startup, because they're probably a little flobbery from working. You know, and I don't really, oh, here we go. Summary of information. So, ECM date, total distance, 226,550 miles, 17,000 hours. Total fuel burned, 65,645 gallons. Interesting. Diagnostic clock is 17,599 hours. ECM serial number, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. So, you know what? It's interesting because the engine that I put a hole in only has 17,000 hours. So, and Glenn said it was rebuilt when the hour meter was changed. Or was the hour meter changed? Because it's at 7,000 and something. So, maybe it just rolled over from 10,000. I don't know. But anyways, at least I got a download now. So I know how many hours are on the head, the turbos, the ECM, and that one piston and liner. Because, you know, or no, well, anyways, you know what I mean. So I'm going to get back to work, but I thought I'd share this with you. And if you guys want to download on your truck, you know what? It doesn't take very long when everything works. So usually only charge you like an hour. Sometimes they'll do it for a box of donuts or whatever. So that's what I'm going to do. Tomorrow I'm bringing, I don't know if I bring coffee because we have coffee here, but I'm bringing donuts, maybe donuts and muffins because I appreciate this. That's, you know, now we know. It's legit. So anyways, back to work. You guys will just see me driving down the road in a minute. So, but glad I got the fan motor changed. I know. Who would have thought I could do it with a couple of hand tools in the parking lot? Thanks. Well, that's it. Another day in the bag. It's kind of slow today. Got trucks to go out, but yeah, rig up, weather. What do? And it's been foggy all day. You know what? I seen Amanda went home for lunch and she shared a picture. It was a beautiful blue sunny day sky, but in Prince George, it's kind of in a bowl. It's foggy all day. I got my car warming up. Look at that. You know what? It fits. If it fits, it shits. So, cleaned off my headlights already too. I don't always spit on my truck, but when I do, it's usually on the headlights because I don't have any wetness, but you know how it goes. And away we go. She's a slippery one out there, boys. So the heater fan is noticeably quieter. Still a little louder than I would like it to be, but it's not bad. It's got a TRP motor in it, which tells me that it was changed out once. And I sometimes wonder if maybe you know, the OEM motor is a little better, because I noticed with swapping the motor out, or pardon me, the thingamajigger. When I say thingamajigger, I mean the fan. That you really gotta have it tight to the motor, otherwise it was hitting the plastic below it. And I can't help but think that maybe an OEM versus the, you know, the TRP one, there could be a difference in the motor. But when I sucked the right up tight to the motor, then it was good. So yeah, now we know. And you know what I think I would almost do? I would almost, and I should almost, is put some insulation back there. Something that's not gonna, you know, melt from the heater, but certainly keep it quiet, provide some insulation, you know, maybe some rubber vibration dampener stuff. I don't know. But anyways, we're headed home, and it's foggy. I'll see if I can turn the camera around so you guys can see. It's yucky. She's the foggy one, Mr. Grinch. I kind of got the camera turned a little bit so it's more on the sideline, but you know, that's the way it goes. The windows are not flat. That's what I'm trying to say here. So we got to deal with what we got to deal with. Well guys, that's it for another episode. Wow, you can probably hardly see me, but check this out. We're gonna walk into the light. A guy doesn't really have room. Maybe I should have stuck with the shorty stacks, eh? Like, who builds a carport without room to put your truck in? Like, gosh. So, anyways, plenty of room for low and slow, but not so good for Duke. And you know what? The tranny temperature wasn't working again, and the light's off in the dash, so we're gonna have to open the dash and take a look at that. But average load factor of only 18%. That's crazy. And 71% idle time. So this bad boy Duke was basically just a giant wet kit.
It's no wonder the engine didn't like it. But hey, my turbos are in great shape. They got a nice whistle to them. You know what? Drove excellent, drives excellent. Things I want to do in the future. I want to do aluminum wheels, nice drop visor, of course paint the frame. In an ideal world, I would like to take the fuel tanks and move them back and put some steps under the door. Yeah, that's maybe some full fenders. Full fenders would be nice. Because he's dirty. He's dirty now. But you know what? I can work on him out here. I still have to tie up these wires. Don't tell anyone that I drove through town with wires dangling. I mean, they weren't touching the ground, so they're just not pretty. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. If you enjoyed this video, please smash that like button and subscribe down below, and we'll see you in the next one. Cheers.